Hello, everybody. I have gone by many names in my time. You all may know me as Chudlet GT or Evan, but across the years, people have also known me under the aliases of Big Daddy E, Big Papa E, Biggie E, or even IP Freely and Seymour Butts. However, one name that you may not have heard, and that many people don't know, is not a name given to me by a friend, not a name that I created myself, but rather a name bestowed upon me by a stranger who recognized my game. This name that I'm referring to, of course, is that of E-Dog. See, I was given the name E-Dog during a routine Cracker Barrel visit, of course. And you know what? Let me break it down for you. Let me tell you the whole picture, the whole story. It's about probably a year ago now. I'm taking my girl out on a little Cracker Barrel date, as you do. What other place would you want to go? We come to it. We eat our food. You know, the whole front half of it is the regular form of date. Nothing insano happens. We're at Cracker Barrel as you are. However, when we're trying to leave, when we're trying to exit, I mean that's when everything. It's when shit hits the medical metaphorical fan. Um, but the shit is my name, and the fan is this old uncle, this old unk, who's on a little Cracker Barrel visit with his niece. See, after we're done eating, we're leaving about the same time as this unk is, and he pulls up to me and he goes, he asks me, he says, "Son, I see what you got there. I respect that. I respect the motion." And so, as a good as a good disciple of the unk, I talk to him. I say, "Yeah, man, thanks. I've worked hard to get to where I am, to be the level of player that I am. I wasn't always such a master when it comes to the ladies." And he says, me and my niece sitting over there, we were looking at you go. I see you, brother." And honestly, in that moment, I don't think I've ever felt more self-confidence, more pride, any other emotion. It's at an all-time high, right? I'm loving life right now. And so this unk, this fella, he asked me, "What's your name, son?" So of course I tell him, "Oh, my name's Evan." And he says, he looks at me, he goes, "No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Your name is not Evan. Not anymore. You are now E-Dog." And just like that, boom! I've been knighted. I've been welcomed into the pantheon of unks. I know that when I die, or when I turn 50 or whatever, there's a spot waiting for me on the citadel of uncles, on the throne. I have a seat. This name, this name E-Dog, it's not one that was given to me by myself or peers. No, I earned this name, right? It was bestowed upon me, like how a knight is bestowed into his kingdom. I have been granted a spot in the Unk Kingdom. Anyways, yeah, that was a really fun experience. You know, talking to the Unks at Cracker Barrel is really the way to go. Like, yeah, it's a little fun pastime of mine. But that's definitely the best thing to come of it. Really made my day. I think I made his too because I entertained him. I was talking to him for a while. Um, yeah, yeah. Moral of the story: players gotta play. Um, Stay moving. Get your money up, not your funny up. Motion of the ocean. Yeah. Okay, that's about it. Pretty short video. You know what? Nah, too short. We're making this a two-in-one deal. You're getting another life story. Uh, about the first date I had. I guess it can give a little context as to how I became such a trooper, such a player. You see, Your boy E-Dog, your boy Evan, he wasn't always such a smooth criminal, you know. I wasn't always pulling ladies left and right like I am nowadays. Once upon a time, I was a poor little chud with no Stacy's in my life. You know, I was no Chad. I could only dream. I could only aspire to be one. That was until uh, probably last year now. Uh, yeah, about a year ago. I was going out on a date with this girl. Yeah, my current girlfriend, the one who helped me get the name E-Dog, and we're talking, we're having a good time, and whatever. First date, she invites me over to her house, as you do. Maybe not as you do. That's actually quite atypical, I think. Um, I was expecting more of a, you know, dinner or something like that, but I'm going to her house, right? Pull up, hop out the whip, give a little knock, assert my dominance, and she greets me, answers the door. I say, "Hey, how you doing? Excited to be here." I'm pulling out all the stops, activating my motion, you could say. And so I'm like, so what you have in mind of doing? What's the plan here? What's the move? I'm excited to get to know you a little better. What are we doing? Anyway, so she pulls me down in the basement. Goodness me, oh my. And she brings me to the couch and turns on the TV. And lo and behold, I can't remember what streaming service it is, but she whips out the remote, puts on a little Rick and Morty to lighten the mood, get the juices flowing. Um, safe to stay. Oh goodness, safe to say, I was a little stunned, a little taken aback by the quality of the intellectual quality of this woman, of only true alpha chuds can fully grasp and comprehend a show such deep and complex as Rick and Morty. So I was quite taken aback, pleasantly surprised, you could say. You know. Anyways, we then we watched Rick and Morty for like the rest of the date, and her dad came down and made me play ping pong with him. Yeah, good times. Sometimes you gotta, hey, lesson to all you aspiring players out, aspiring e-dogs out there. Just go with the motion. Go with the flow. Uh, time and tide waits for no one. Get out there, make yourself available. Um, roll with the punches. I'm just slinging these things out like candy. The one-liner master here. I don't really know what else to say. That's about it. Um, hope you enjoyed the story time. Trying something a little new, quite similar to the Panera video. Um, whenever I think of something that might be funny to tell you about, um, make sure to make a video on it. Anyways, love you all. Stay playing. Adios.